much, and it breaks my heart that I had to stop. My parents received in the mail, addressed to them by name, by their first name and last name, death threats from Muslims. And I stand on the authority, my right hand on the Bible. I am telling the truth, and I would not have shut down my website and closed down my YouTube account, which we can talk about in a sec, if not for this happening. And it's scary for my family. It's scary for me, you know.
Sure. Now, before, so I didn't realize the death threats were so recent. How much money? You know, when you're a 501c3, you have to be accountable. And I don't know if were you a 501c3 or not yet?
No, I was not.
You weren't. So, do you feel comfortable divulging how much money you did get donated?
Yeah, I was donated around $4,000 in total.
Okay, so it's not 80 grand, but it's decent. It's enough to do something with. So, hey,
it's not enough for a Mercedes.
Right, of course. Too bad. I'd love to have you send me one.
Right.
Hold on one second, Sean. We'll be back in just 1 minute. We're talking to Sean from YouTube. His channel is VenomFangX. You might have seen him before. Live at jessewoodrow.com, JesseWoodrow.com. We've got a chat room there, webcam. You can follow along with us here. If you have a question for Sean, we are live in the chat room. You can ask him, and we will make sure that the questions get asked. We know there are a lot of people wanting to know a lot of things about what has happened. Sean, let me say that the death threats, I wanted you to respond, and I want to make sure that we give enough time to people that want to ask questions too. Sure. In my business, what I do and what, a lot of people do, they provide evidence. For instance, right. The Department of Homeland Security said that if you believe in the Bible, you're a terrorist. If you are against abortion, you're a terrorist. Well, to prove that, I posted the Department of Homeland Security assessment sheet on my website. Would you be willing to, for instance, would you be willing to send me like a police report or something that was done, and we could post it on the site and prove to everyone, yeah, there were death threats? Because there's a lot of people saying there was no such thing. Is there any proof that you have?
Oh, of course, I have the letter, but I can do you one better though. Hold on a second. Where's the phone?
Well, I think my question, my reasoning for that, Sean, is that a lot of times people, when they see the actual proof that there was a police report, that I know that I'm not sure where you live, but in the United States we do, we contact this FBI or the CIA or whatever it is. Was there any move to try and have the authorities be involved at all?
Yes, the detectives are looking into it, but they said there's not much they can do. I actually have my dad here with me. He'd be willing to just, confirm,
Sure.
Out of two witnesses, everything will be confirmed. He'd be happy just to confirm that what I'm telling you is true.
Well, I'd hate to have to put him on the spot like that. Is he comfortable doing that?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. What's his first name?
His name's Hilton.
Hilton, okay.
Hello?
Hey, Hilton, I appreciate you joining us.
Okay. How can I help you?
Yeah, there is a lot of people are wanting just to confirm that the death threats did happen, and I hate to put you on the spot. Is there any recollection of anything like this happening to your son?
Not only is it true, but we have a written letter that we have provided to the Canadian police of a death threat to my wife and myself as well.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming on and
it is signed off with a Muslim rant, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
Okay, so this is very real and very serious, and my wife and I have thought of selling our house and moving our home and moving Sean because of these extreme people.
Yeah, no, I can completely understand that.
It's a very, very serious, very scary situation.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. Well, I appreciate you taking your time, and thank you so much, Hilton.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, how's that?
No, it's fine. I think that, if somebody is willing to come on, your father's willing to come on and say that, that's wonderful. I think that probably, you know, for instance, this birth certificate thing with President Barack Obama, just show this, you know, let me just see the birth certificate, you know, just let me see it, and then it would put all these people to rest about the birth certificate.
Right.
I think that would probably be a good thing for you to do at some point, is maybe show that you have filed police reports, that these things are true, that you have, you know, the detectives working on it. Because a lot of people, I think, are probably saying, hey, look, he's lying about this because he changed his $500 thing and then, you know, or whatever, or he's, you know, coming under heat about it. Have you ever thought about posting some of the actual police reports to prove this?
Yeah, sure, but Jesse, listen, at this point, you know, now that I'm off YouTube, what am I trying to prove? I mean, at this point, it's irrelevant.
Well, I think, you know, your cause, you know, for instance, Mark Sanford, who just was admitted he cheated on his wife, you know,
yeah,
in South Carolina. He stood for a lot of things I like. He was against the Fed. He was against the Real ID Act. He was against the federal government. He didn't like big government, all these things. And what it does is it makes the cause, it deflates the cause in some way because he stood for all these things and then whatever. Have you ever thought that it's possible that, you know, because people have emailed me and say, I'm not coming up with this on my own. I'm just telling you what they've told me. That it's possible that what you stood for, what you preached, what you did was in turn scarred in a way because we have no proof of this, you know, these death threats.
Right, but listen, if I had to prove everything I say Jesus rose from the dead. If you want to call me a liar, that's fine. You get what I'm saying, Jesse. The people who don't want to believe me, they're not going to believe me. If I prove the death threats, they're going to find something else to hate on me for. And the people who believe me, they know I'm telling the truth because they know that I wouldn't lie about something like that.
Right. Okay. Now, this is a question from someone named Matt in the chat room. He says, why did you file a false DMCA against Thunderfoot and explain on air the result of that exchange?
Yeah, absolutely. Thunderfoot had some extremely offensive videos in which he took the content of my videos, cut them up, made me say things I really didn't say, and misrepresented me. And it is illegal on YouTube to take someone's video and cut them up. It says right in their terms of service. So the DMCAs were not false, but unfortunately much of YouTube is automated and they don't really take the time. How could they? They have so many thousands, millions of videos.
Sure.
They don't really take the time to investigate every case. So he counter-notified YouTube, and the possibility of losing my channel scared me, and so Thunderfoot said, listen, I won't take this any further, I won't file a lawsuit or go into any details if you just read a simple apology. So I read a simple apology, and he dropped the whole thing, and I figured that was a far wiser course of action than actually going the whole lawsuit way. I don't think the DMCAs were false, but at the same time I didn't want to make it into a legal issue.
Okay, I understand that. I appreciate you answering that, too. You know, listen, we're here trying to get to the bottom of this thing, and Sean, I understand where you're coming from. This is probably not a comfortable area for you to be in, probably. I mean, I don't know, if I was in your position, I'd be going nuts, probably, but so I do appreciate you coming on and trying to address some of these things. I do want to talk about the death threats. Now, You seem to know from what I've seen, the little videos that I've seen, you seem to know the Word of God pretty much. You're on it.
I've read the book once or twice.
Yeah, you're down with it. And do you believe there is going to be a time where we're all going to be receiving death threats?
Not only are we going to be receiving death threats, we are going to get killed. Jesus said, and I'm going to quote John chapter 16, verse 2, they will put you, yes, the time is coming that those will kill you and think they offer a service to God. So we're actually to be expecting people to kill us for religious reasons.